Hello all. So I am back at the farm today, and I am feeling a little bit better, but I still am struggling with this cough. Hi, True. Hi, Shakes. I don't know if the camera caught that, but Shakespeare just had a moment of jealousy. True's trying to come in and say hello, and Shakespeare got jealous and pushed her off. These guys are filthy. They just finished eating, so I've got to get my brush and start brushing them, and that's what they're all lining up for, but I haven't gotten that far yet. And honestly, I've been slacking a little bit on the brushing just because the amount of dust and dirt coming off of them right now, in the wintertime when they roll in all this, is not the best for my lungs at the moment. So I'm just going to kind of quickly curry comb them and not really get into the fine bristle brush. Hi, True. But anyway, see, jealous. This is where you do have to be careful around horses, because when you have a more dominant one like Shakespeare, and especially when they want something, and then the younger ones are coming around, then he's going to get in here and he's really going to start pushing. And he's not going to push me, but when he's pushing them and they run, you have to be a little careful, because they can get like, oh, and then they move fast, and then they do silly things. Cutter, what are you doing? Look at his feet. He's standing. What are you doing, buddy? You're not very squared up there. You standing on you doing a ballet stance or something? Standing on your tippy toes. Speaking of standing around horses, a lot of people might not realize. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Y'all see how weird that looks? Wait, let me see your mouth. Hold. I need your face. I need your... Thank you. Was that just a weird way you were holding your lip? Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a bad tooth. Come here. Shakespeare. Sit still, my boy. Shh. I got you. Okay? Let me just see. Let me see. Okay. All right, silly. Sorry about that. I just saw something weird, but it was just the way he was holding his mouth, so he's okay. But what a lot of people might not know is when you are standing this close to a horse, you are actually far safer, ironically, the closer you are to a horse's back end. And before a lot of people get on here and start yelling at me about that, I'm not saying that, oh, if you're unsure about a horse, run up toward their back end, okay? But if you ever are in a position where you're kind of stuck, then obviously if you're really close to this horse's back end, I mean, they can kick at you, but it's going to, their legs are going to kind of kick at like the bottoms of your legs more than if you were, say, standing right about here, where they can really get a double-barreled kick and kick you in the chest, or the face and kill you. So I'm not saying they still can't do a lot of damage here, because they obviously can, but my grandfather used to work with race horses, and they would be in the stall with these big these race horses, thoroughbreds and everything, and they actually taught those guys that if you ever got hung up in a stall and you couldn't get out, then you could really go up to the back of the horse and kind of wrap your arms around the back of them until you could figure out your way out of that stall. So again, not something I would recommend doing. I mean, by all means, keep yourself, if you're unfamiliar with horses and you're, you don't know the horses that you're around, Try not to ever get yourself in a situation where you are, you know, possibly in their line of fire. But if you ever were in that particular situation, you are actually safer the closer you are to their hind end in a kicking situation anyway. So, but yeah, not something I would recommend. Same with the front legs, really, because they can strike with the front legs. They can rear up and strike. But, I mean, these guys are all just, I mean, they're so good and they're so well trained and they have great ground manners. And, I mean, I don't worry a thing about them. I mean, you know, like, Cutter's not my horse, but I have no problem walking all the way around Cutter. I have no problem reaching under Cutter. I can pick up Cutter's legs. I trust this horse. And, you know, I've known him forever. And, I mean, I've known him as long as I've known Shakespeare, almost. So, you know, he's my buddy and he's helped me out a lot. You know, I trust him implicitly. So, this one, not so much. I'm kidding. I trust Tru. I absolutely do. But, you know, she is a mare and she's got her sassiness to her. But, oh, that's a favorite spot on you, isn't it? Yes, she loves to be scratched there. So, anyway, they're all very, very, very sweet, and they're good babies, and they're all doing well. You're a beautiful girl, aren't you? Hey, Whiskey. Nice sweet boy. We've got a huge flock of turkeys over here running around, gobbling out in the field there. Big old flock of them out there. But, anyway, I just thought I would touch base and give a shout out. There's Phoenix. He's my buddy. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, sweet boy. Look at your mouth hanging open. That's a common thing too when horses are really tired. You see how his mouth is just hanging open? That's because he's kind of like napping and he's really lazy right now. So his mouth is just like, you know, he's just in a super, super, super lazy state. I bet you in another few minutes he's going to go out in that field and he's going to lay down and he's really going to go to bed. So, but anyway, and Thunder is out there watching the turkeys. He's keeping an eye on them. So this is the daily drama at the barn. Turkeys and sleepy horses. So don't walk up to me like that. Do not walk up to me like that. Okay. So Tru she's fresh, and when she walks up to me with those ears like that, kind of half back like that, you know, I have to be really aware of that because she is a dominant mare, and she tends to kind of, it's like it's hard to explain. She wants to play, but Tru is in this age of her life where she's gotten to this farm, she's come back home, and she has moved up considerably in the pecking order. So she is now the boss mare of the herd. But that means that she's actually, believe it or not, she's kind of pushing herself. She's always been very dominant because she is a bottle-fed baby. So when she comes up at me with those ears kind of like half-mast like that, she's trying to tell me where to put my feet. And I don't I'm not going to do that. She's not going to get me to move my feet, because if I move my feet, that means she is more dominant than I am. And see how she keeps coming in to she's always been very mouthy because she was bottle fed, and you all are getting ready to, I'm going to issue a correction to that because I can't let her continue to get in my face like that, with that kind of pushy behavior, because that can escalate and it can get a little, nope, see, I'm not hitting her. I'm letting her hit my hand because she's coming in way too close to me with an energy that I'm not thrilled with. That's better. So I'll tell her that that's better. I'm just letting, nope, now that, I'm not gonna, see how she's kind of reaching in and she's nipping at me. It's a playful behavior, but it's also a dominant behavior. Nope, no, we're not gonna do that. Okay, good girl. I love you to death, honey, but I'm not gonna let you use your teeth on me. Okay, and horses, and see, now that made sense to her. Horses, they communicate by nipping at each other, okay? They communicate by nuzzling and biting on each other, and it can be a form of affection, but it can also be a form of correction. And so I really have to read her energy here. And those slight little taps that I'm giving her, trust me, these horses, they give far harder than that. And my little tiny hand just tapping her, I'm not hitting her, I'm not hurting her, but I'm letting her know that this is a boundary. When she does that, I don't like it, you know. And you see how pushy she is. I mean, she will keep trying and keep trying and keep trying because she was, you know, she was spoiled as a baby. She didn't have a mother to teach her the proper rules. So she only had humans, and like humans often do, we kind of screwed it up. So, not intentionally, but we can't teach her what a horse can teach her. So, anyway, now that she's gotten a little big for her britches at the farm because she's the boss mare, she is, she's trying to, you know, see if her relationship with me has changed at all. And I have to let her know that no, it has not. I still love you. You are still the baby of the family, even though you're the big boss girl now, but you're not my boss, okay? So that's all there is to that. And nothing, you know, nothing, but she's not being bad. She's just, see that energy? You can see the change. She gets really, there's a heightened energy to it. I don't mind if her energy is lower and more respectful, but that pushiness, that's better. The eye got a lot softer right there. So good girl. That's much better. Okay, well, those are enough instant lessons for today. I just love how these things pop up, and you know, these lessons just come, you know, in 10 minutes time or whatever. Much better, much softer eye. Good girl. All right, have a good one.